And now, after an hour-long break and 2 therapy sessions, I'm ready for part 2 of our scariest stories of all time series. This week we have a special treat, an unedited, completely true account of writer Ethan P. Doyle's encounter with a whispering well. No cuts, no music, just raw audio and suspense, so thick you can slice it. Coming your way, Echo Chamber, a true story. Part 1, I stopped wearing headphones. Silence is safer than what they're whispering in my ear, especially when it's my own voice saying, "Don't turn around." I thought I'd cracked the code. For years, my podcast, Midnight Static, struggled in the horror niche. Every week I'd record in my basement studio, cheap mic, blackout curtains, the hum of my fridge, the only sound besides my own breathing. I researched online, tweaked my descriptions. Still, between 2,000 and 3,000 downloads per episode. Then I discovered binaural audio, that 3D sound trick where whispers seem to crawl inside your skull. I experimented with free programs, panning sounds from left to right, recording my own voice inside a cardboard box to get that whispering gallery effect. The results, eerie. The first listener reviews started pouring in. The whispering well makes my skin crawl. I actually screamed during the scratching sounds. Then I posted episode 47, The Whispering Well. I laid in 192 kHz audio, inaudible frequencies I'd read could open psychic pathways, but I wanted real engagement. So uploaded it to YouTube with a caption, "Wear headphones. If you hear your name, comment it. Let's see who's listening." To my surprise, the comments exploded overnight. Not just names, phrases. I heard my grandmother's voice. She died last week. At 8:22, it said my secret. Chills raced up my spine. I stayed up scrolling, grin stretching ear to ear. This is it, I thought. Real paranormal contact. Next day, I filmed a follow-up video, grinning into the camera. "You guys are amazing. But how's this next week? I'll use your comments to shape the episode." And those impossible replies started flooding in. At 3:17, I heard myself begging for help, but I was asleep. "Your episode played," my voice screaming, "Get out. Ivy never recorded anything for you." My blood turned to ice. I rewatched episode 47. At 3:17, a voice mine but distorted, ragged, gasped, "The door's locked, please." I'd never said that. Never felt that suffocating dread in my basement. The way the air suddenly thickened like cold syrup, or how the single bulb flickered like a dying heartbeat. But the voice, it was me. I dug deeper, searched commenters' usernames, found Maya R, who'd written. At 3:17, I heard myself begging for help, but I was asleep. I DM'd her. Her hands shook as she video called me, eyes wide. "I recorded nothing for you," she whispered, "but last night, I woke up to my own voice on the podcast, screaming about the man under my bed, and when I looked down," she choked. "There were handprints on the mattress, fresh, like someone had just climbed off. The basement felt colder." I ran a spectral analysis on the audio, buried beneath the whisper's subliminal comment fragments. "Delete this video. I'm scared. Why won't it stop?" All phrases from my comments section. But how? My editor hadn't touched the raw file unless the comments were being recorded live. I filmed a desperate live stream. "If your voice was in episode 47, comment yes below." As replies poured in, "Yes, yes, yes," I played the audio feed live. Then at 2:04, a new whisper cut through static. "Don't trust the red door." I froze. My basement had no red door, but Maya R had commented red door minutes earlier. Then the lights died. Only my phone screen glowed, illuminating the YouTube comments, refreshing in real. "User sleepless and it'll turn around." User Ghost Hunter 99. "The well is hungry." User Maya R. "He's behind you." My breath fogged the mic. Slowly I turned. The basement walled. The one always there was gone in its place. A stone well, slick with moisture, darkness pooling at the bottom, and from it, a wet, ragged whisper. "You asked for comments, now listen." I stumbled back, knocking over my mic. The audio feed screeched a high-pitched whine that made my teeth vibrate. On screen, Maya R's comment updated. "Maya R, he's climbing out." Something splashed in the well, then silence. Thicker than lead. I didn't dare move. Didn't breathe. My phone buzzed, a notification from YouTube. "New comment on your live stream. Look down." Maya R. I looked. My shadow stretched toward the well, but it wasn't mine. It had too many fingers, and its head tilted at a broken angle. As I watched, it slowly raised one elongated hand and pointed at my feet. I forced myself to glance down. There, etched into the concrete floor in what looked like wet ash, "Your turn to comment." The phone buzzed again. Another comment. "Maya R, say your name." For the well, I clamped my hands over my mouth, but my throat convulsed. A sound forced its way out, a whisper, raw and alien yet unmistakably mine. "Ethan, please." The well gurgled. Something pale and dripping began to rise from the black water. I dropped the phone, ran, slammed the basement door shut, leaning against it as footsteps, wet, dragging footsteps, pounded up the stairs. Outside, dawn bled across the sky. I tore off my headphones, hurling them into the street, but silence isn't safe. Now when the house goes quiet, I hear it, the faint click of a YouTube notification, and beneath it, layered like a cursed echo, the voices of everyone who ever commented. Ethan, we're still listening. The well is open. Comment back. Last night I found fresh mud on my pillow, and on my phone screen, glowing in the dark. You never said your name properly. Try again, Maya. Or I won't wear headphones. I won't speak, but the comments keep coming. And the well is always hungry. That was part 2 of our Scariest Stories of All Time series. I hope you enjoyed today's specially formatted episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.